and welcome to another episode of Analyzing Horror. And it's the UK spelling of analyzing, not the butchered American version of it. I am Joel Wilson, the digital guru here in chilly Myrtle Beach, where I woke up this morning to 31 degrees and 1,179 miles to my west is the lovely and talented, gorgeous. I can go through the entire thesaurus.
Mhm.
Lauren from Analyzing Horror. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yeah, a bit cold over here as well. So I've been feeling a little bit sluggish where it's just, cold and all you want to do is snoodle. But
Well, I'm thinking that the next time that we do this podcast, it should be in Aruba. So,
it's in a what?
in Aruba,
What?
the little island, the Caribbean island of Aruba.
Oh, I thought you were thinking I had a completely different thought process. Yeah. Yes, agreed.
And that way it will be warm and your mind will be sharper. How's that? Today, we have
Shut up.
decided I love you too. Today we have decided to do a movie that you love. I've seen, and it's always funny because when we do these, you're like, well, this is what I want to do. You should hear our pre-podcast conversations. I want to do this movie, never seen it. Want to do this, I've never seen it. And I go, well, I want to do this. And you're like, well, that movie's 74 years old. No, let's do something this generation. We've decided on what? You tell us. Bring it in.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it in, but I will like what you just talked about. It it is really annoying where I'm like, hey, like there are all these really cool like newer movies, like, and he's like, never heard of it, never heard of it, never done it. And so I'm like, okay, well that's homework. And like, how much homework have you done?
I've done some. You will, I've done some homework.
Mm. Hand to God.
Yes, I have. I have done some homework. I know I have more to do, but the problem is that for every one I do, you put three more on me.
Yeah, I do understand that that is my problem.
And with everything else we're doing to get, yeah, there's a lot to it. But again, let's bring in the movie that we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah, Lost Boys.
Lost Boys. Good
And,
movie. And this is one that I have seen more than once.
oh, I love this one so much. I shared with you I did a YouTube video a couple years
Hmm.
ago, and I did it just after watching it for the first time. And so, I'm a newer fan of this one, but I love it so freaking much. I immediately fell in love with it, and I wanted to show off. So like Steelbook, this is the front. Oh, the back. There's,
Ugh. That reminds me of the food scene. Yuck.
that's exactly what it
I
is.
know.
And then inside, there's not a lot of artwork, but you get a little bit of like a scene, and then I didn't take the DVDs off, but it's kind of like that same like it's just Chinese food, Michael.
This weekend I was going to have some orange chicken with rice, and now I don't know if I can eat it. I'm sorry, I just don't know if I can do
I'll still eat lo mein. I don't even care.
it. Now you've seen the movie, you love the movie. Um, what part of it do you? Let's just start. Go ahead and start talking about it.
Well, I think that I, of course, love Michael, the main protagonist, and I care about his storyline. But we were discussing earlier that Sam, the younger brother,
Hmm.
is my favorite character. And I just love how he brings in um the comedic aspect of like the scary part of the story. And then he gets involved with like the two guys at the comic book store,
The Frog Brothers.
right? And they're just like, your brother's a vampire. And he's like, no, you're being silly. And I'm like, no, like he's a vampire. Listen to us. Um, and yeah, Sam is so funny. And I was telling you about this story that I have in my YouTube channel. By the way, I have a YouTube channel. Did a video over uh Lost Boys, and there's this really great part that I'm really proud of where I talk about how like Sam and Grandpa,
That's a good scene too. I love it.
right? Grandpa walks in, he's just like, "Here, I gave you a present." And he just plops down this like stuffed beaver, and it looks so angry. And Sam's like, "What the hell?" And it's like a pan back and forth between the angry beaver and Sam. And then what I love, it's so 80s. He just literally points at it and he goes, "You're a history buster." And he puts him in the closet. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm watching right now. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, it's so funny. I love him. And him and his camaraderie with like his big brother.
Uh-huh.
Like I thought that was really well done. And then Grandpa, like we talked about like the final scene and stuff. We can get to that, but um he's ridiculous too, especially when you first meet him, where he's just like, the aliens are eating the eggs. They're like, what? Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I think it's funny. And then the mom's just kind of like, she's so sweet. Like, God love her. Bless her soul. But she doesn't have any idea what's going on.
No, she has no idea. Even to the end, she didn't. I mean, until the very end, she didn't know what was going on.
Again, bless her heart. She's doing her best.
Now, obviously, you've seen the movie a few times, and the first time you saw it, and you know, we'll throw some things out there. If you haven't seen the movie by now, I'm sorry because we're going to throw some spoilers out there to you. I apologize ahead of time. But the head vampire, when he comes for the first time, and he's like, "Well, are you going to invite me in?" And the older son goes, "Yeah, come on in." Did you catch that the first time you watched it?
You always have to catch that. And I'm being like the horror guru a little bit, where I'm just like when someone's like, "Well, are you gonna invite me in?" And be like, "What?"
Exactly.
But yeah, where it's just like, "Oh yeah, I mean, of course, come on in." Uh, no. And this is modern society and the real world, but you know, you can't be too careful. So some people like, are you gonna invite me in? And be like, why do you need to invite? It's like Sinners. If you
Hmm.
got, have you watched Sinners?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 50
A
points for
modern,
Ravenclaw.
a modern movie you've actually watched. Good for you. But yeah, it's that same thing. It's like, well, you gonna invite me in? It's like, why do you need inviting in? So I would be exactly that, where I'd be like, why do you need anyway? But yeah, and that actor, like the big bad, actually played a character in a TV show called Gilmore Girls that
Okay.
I loved. You
That I
probably
have not seen.
are you familiar with it at
I
all?
am familiar with the movie. It was the show, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, he was like the grandfather of like the one of the main girls. And anyway, it doesn't matter. My point is that I had an understanding of who he was as an actor, and then seeing him in this, I was just like, oh my God.
So if I go 1,179 miles to the west and come to your place and say, "Well, you're going to invite me in," or are you going to say, "I don't know about that now"?
Well, like it's the question, right? Where it's just like, oh, like I open the door, like I step aside, and you're like, oh, well, can I come in? And it's like, well, the invitation kind of was there already now that you're asking me. What what's going on here, sir?
No, what you do is it's like, "Can I come in?" And you go, "Well, can you?" And then it's like, "Ah,
Yeah,
shit, I can't now."
Go ahead and try. Go ahead.
Love that. Um, the location where it was shot, beautiful location in Southern California.
Oh yeah. It was I don't even know if it actually was Santa Carla.
Yeah, that place doesn't exist, but it was obviously it was in Southern California where it was
Yeah,
filmed.
of course, of course.
So I mean, from everything that it is, it's a great show. It's a great movie. Did you know what it was the first time you started watching it? Did you have an idea?
I knew vampires were involved,
And that's
but
all it took.
I had a friend on Twitter that was like, just trust me. And it was just like, well, and you know, it's like I love, like older movies and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, of course. It's a classic. Like I'm all for it. Like I just need to know. Vampires, gotcha. I'm on. And so I went in just like knowing that vampires were involved and I had no idea what was going on. So it was really cool to get to experience it just from that.
Well, I'm going to give you a little of the backstory, and I'm going to let you tell me, do you think it would have been better if it had been original or what they did to it for this book for this? Obviously, when they came up and wrote the screenplay, they took, and it was interesting, they took Peter Pan and Interview with the Vampire, and those were their two inspirations. And I see you deep in thought with that in the silence. Hmm. But yeah, in an interview, they said that they had done, J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, with people who never grow old. Peter Pan never grows old, and with Interview with a Vampire, where the little girl was a permanently a 12-year-old, and thought, why can't we do that in this setting with vampires?
Well, that is kind of what vampires are. It was like you
Mhm.
said, like interview with a vampire, like they don't age. And
Now,
like that,
it was originally being going to be uh, directed by Richard Donner. He did Goonies back in '85. This was 1987, and they wanted the movie to be like 13 and 14-year-old vampires, younger and less adult.
I was about to say that's the whole point of what you brought up with like interview with a vampire, where it's like Claire Danes, right?
Hmm.
Like little girly, like
Yep,
that whole concept. That was a very interesting way to approach vampirism.
vampirics. But when Richard Donner had to go on to another thing and he couldn't interview, he couldn't direct this, Joel Schumacher came in and he said, you know what? I don't want 13 or 14-year-old vampires. I want them a little bit older. I want a little bit more saucier. I want a little bit more adult. Do you
Yeah.
think they made the right choice?
I think so because and you know this, but I've been rereading actually reading it for the first time, rewatching the movies and stuff like that. So I'm in my Pennywise era right now.
Hmm.
But it's giving me not Bowers. It's given me teenage angst. So I think that that probably was the better choice than it being like more childish,
Hmm.
uh, more teenage angst. I think works really well. So,
Yeah, can you imagine if Lost Boys would have been a bunch of 13 or 14-year-old kids and Star was supposed to be a little boy?
oh no.
I know. So they rewrote a lot of the screenplay.
Hmm.
Very first person ever to set foot to sign on a contract was Jason Patrick, the oldest son. He did
Mhm.
not want to do a vampire movie, and he turned it down 5 times.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, until they finally talked him into it.
He did such a great job. I think it's so funny because he has his like spooky moments, but then like there are great moments that I'll never forget, especially with his brother. And I think
Hmm.
he has such great camaraderie with the actor that plays Sam, if I may. I don't know if you have, if you want me to hold off or what have you.
No, go ahead. Tell me.
There's a one of my favorite scenes between the two of them is the one where Sam finds out that Michael is a vampire
Hmm.
and he gets all mad and he's just like, my own brother, a blood-sucking vampire. Like, you just wait until mom finds out.
What's mom gonna do?
It makes me laugh so hard because it's like you're a freaking vampire. It's like that's one problem. It's like, well, now I'm also gonna tell mom. And it's like, well, I don't know what she's gonna do, but there's a whole lot of problems all in that sentence.
That's funny. I like that.
Also the one where he's like flying outside of the window, being like, Sam, help. And he's like, but you're a vampire. And he's like, but I'm your brother, help me. Oh my God. So funny.
I think
And
the cast was a really good cast too that they put together.
yeah, really good. All the way down to there's that one scene where Sam has his dog and like
Hmm.
Michael has like, his vampiric urges and a doggo creature protects Sam and everything.
Hmm.
It's like, Michael, why did my dog attack you? And he's like, I don't know. And it's like, damn well you don't know. And like, I just like how sassy Sam is. Like, I just think he's really great. He's a great character. He's my favorite.
It is. One of the things I didn't realize of all the characters, the main characters, Keith Sutherland had the least amount of lines in that movie, but he has probably the most extraordinary performance of that movie.
Yeah, no, you're right. But in the YouTube video that I sent you that I did a couple of years ago, like I mentioned that where it's like he can just like stare at you on,
Hmm.
on screen or at another character and like that's all you need. Like you don't need any words. He's very formidable and I think that that's very powerful,
He's
I
a
think.
very is a very powerful. Let's go to the eating the rice and drinking the wine scene.
Oh my God. Yes. The wine drinking scene for sure, but also that it's like it's just noodles, Michael, like that all kind of thing. But obviously, like they're teasing him and taunting him, and then they're like, "Oh, well, have this drink." And then there's that scene, and that's another thing that I love about this movie is the cinematography, where it's
Hmm.
like something happens, and then it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. He's drinking the thing he's not supposed to be drinking. And then like things start all over. And it's
I'm
just
sorry, what was
like,
that again?
I'm not gonna do that again. But no, it timey-wimey is all over you. And it's just like I think it's so interesting. And I love when cinematography does that, where it's just like it's hard to describe, but I feel like the way that this movie does it, it's that you can feel the ominous energy.
Hmm.
At the same time, you also are intrigued, just like Michael is. And so when the initiating incident happens, it's just like, oh shit, like here it comes, this isn't good. And he feels it the same way, but then we get kind of like the like all over the place kind of aspect. And I just thought that it was really well done.
Now, as the movie goes on, it starts building, like you always say, act one, act two, and then act three, the climax. You know, the one where it's a character um, initiation where you're introducing who they are, who the bad guys are, who the good guys are, who you want to root for, and who you don't want to root for.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but
Go ahead.
the whole 3rd act, I think all of the kills,
Mhm.
I love those.
You love those, don't you?
Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
Mine is when they're hanging upside down and the dude I think he's also from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is how I know him as. Takes the stake right in the heart.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit earlier in the third act.
That's a
Yeah.
little bit earlier, but that is the one where they know that because usually you get the people who think it's a vampire, but they don't know and they hesitate and they don't put the stake in the heart, and it always comes back to screw them up. And the frog brother, I mean, I mean, they just did it. I know this is a vampire. Here you go. Here's the stake in the heart. No hesitation. And then they all wake up and you're fucked. But they got away because it was still daylight. Um,
Yeah. They
I
only
think
made
that's another great scene is we're not going to get in a car with a vampire. Okay, then stay here. Okay, we're going to make this exception.
Oh man, I remember reading that helped me with the blonde like main vampire guy.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, he actually in an interview, you probably know this, but he said that the contacts
Hmm.
to be a vampire hurt his eyes so much that in that one scene that you're describing, like it made him cry, not necessarily because he was like acting, but because the contacts hurt him that bad.
And they kept it in.
They kept it in at least for that period of time, but it's just like, oh, well, Jesus. It makes me think of like Harry Potter, where it's just like the blue eye contacts, um, or sorry, the green eye contacts, messed them up so bad that they were just like, well, we'll just work with what we have. But yeah, that it was a great shot. Obviously, it's a beautiful shot. But then it's like when you read about it, it's like, oh my God, like he was in pain. Oh no.
There were, I mean, in the third act, there were a lot of good, stake in the heart scenes. Obviously, the best for me was at the very end when Grandpa takes it and takes him down, comes through the front door with the old pickup truck.
Oh, I love that, and I I would love to talk about that, but let's put a pin in that real quick because
Ooh.
we need to talk about all of the other kills because the radio kill, like the radioreactive kill, is like
Hmm.
one of my favorites, and then the bathtub one is my other favorite. And I just love how they do like the raw and then like a and then they got so well done, and then it's such a climatic um ending. And then yeah, of course Grandpa, but yeah, I think each one they get such a very interesting kill um for it. And then
Do you think the
yeah.
writers sat around and go, okay, how are we going to get this one? What are we going to do interesting out of the box to kill this vampire? Okay, now, Lauren, what are we going to do to kill this vampire? And they tried to outdo each other.
I know. And then I mean, you're probably right. Like they probably did that. But then there's also the one where it's like the big like one-on-one fight where like they're basically airborne the entire time and like all that kinds of stuff. And then the big bad finally shows up, and so it's a very cinematic, climatic third act. And then yeah. And I don't want to shy away from that because I think that that is a really great part of the movie. But then it's always so funny, like that last bit, like you said, with Grandpa. Like,
Let's talk about Grandpa now.
okay, go ahead.
No, he brings the old truck through, and the piece of wood goes right through the head dude, and he's like, Okay, you know the line. Give me the line."
I may not quote it perfectly, but it's like, that's the thing that I always hated about this area. All these damn vampires.
It's
And
like,
and
wouldn't
then
you
they're
tell me
all
ahead of time?
what I love. and I said this in my YouTube video where it's like you pan back to the character, like the main characters, and you have only the light of the fridge that he has open because he's grabbing himself a fucking beer. Like, and they're just looking at him deadpan, like, what did you just you no warning. And then the end of the movie is him closing the fridge and there's no more light. And like I love that so much. That would infuriate me, but I also think that's so great.
Don't you think you would have warned everybody? You know what? There's vampires here.
Yeah. All these vampires. That's just why I'm really looking to move. What? Oh my God. No, he's so ridiculous. But the first time I watched it, I like was laughing my ass off like, afterwards. Oh my God.
It is a great movie. Is it a must-watch movie for you?
Oh, absolutely. Complete classic. I mean, especially if you're like, horror fan looking to get into it, or just like, oh, I like The Conjuring and Long Legs or something like that, and looking into doing something like a little bit more like on the classic end, like that's definitely like one of the first ones you got to get into. Absolutely.
Now, being the only female, Jamie Gertz was the only female, really, other than the mom, who was in the movie. Could you relate to her, or could you, worry about her being another female?
Star?
Yes,
A little bit. I mean, she was kind of on the bad guy side, right?
yes. Until
But
the end.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm not saying that she was bad. She just, she was on the bad side, but she didn't want to be kind of thing. And I sympathized with her. Um, I don't know. She's one of those complicated characters where it's like you want the best for her, but at the same time I'm not like straight up rooting for her, but I also am not condemning her. So it's kind of like oh, she's trying to get help, and it's like, good, go, girly, go. Um, but yeah, like at first, like she is trying to lure, which for me, it starts off with being like, oh, it's one of you. And it's like, oh, actually, I want to get out of here. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not forgiving you for what's over here, but like, yeah, let's get you out of here kind of thing. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but yeah, no, I do like her as a character.
I didn't realize, I mean, I did and looked at a little bit more research. 2 years after they did Lost Boys, she got married. And
Oh,
she's
really?
done, yeah, she did a couple movies after that. Do you know that she is the richest female actress alive right now?
How and why?
Because of her husband,
Oh,
Tony
okay.
Ressler. She's now worth about $12 billion with a B.
Um, yeah, but that's because of her husband, right?
Well, I'm sure with her husband, she's done a lot of that too. So it's been an interesting ride for her. She didn't
Well,
have to work anymore,
that's
which is
good.
why she has faded off.
Good for her. I hope the best for her.
Now, um, what else do you want? I mean, how do you want to close out talking about this movie?
Um, I don't know. Do we want to talk about a few more of our favorite scenes or
Yes.
the kind of the steelbook that I have, the hanging off of the
Oh,
railing?
hanging off the bridge.
Yeah, that was a really cool scene where the first time that Michael realized that he could like fly and all that kind of stuff. That was a really cool one. And I don't know. Like just the whole third act is so cool. I could talk forever about all of those kills and stuff, but I just think it's really well done. The practical effects are really cool. The bathtub kill in the third
You
act.
like that one, don't you?
The practical effects are so cool. Yeah, I really do. Whenever something has really good practical effects, even if it's like, oh, well, he just XYZ'd. I'm like, yeah, but look at the effects. So, but yeah, so I think those are my, I suppose, final thoughts. And I could talk forever about this movie, but I'll try to keep it
So,
tight and
what,
short.
one of the best vampire movies ever?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolute classic. One
Absolute classic.
top top favorite, top just in general vampire movies. Like if you are ever like, hey, I might get into vampire movies, like top three easily. Get to
Ooh.
it immediately. Absolutely.
So, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Lost Boys, and who's the third one on Mount Rushmore?
On my list, um, wait, I'm gonna go with a personal favorite, and I'm gonna say Van Helsing.
Okay, there you go.
But there are better ones, but that's my personal take.
I love it. We're going to wrap it up. Another great episode. Do you want to tease what we're going to do next week?
Do we know what we're teasing?
Yeah, you gave me homework and I did it already. Ooh,
Oh, that's right. Ooh, I'm gonna get it.
good thing you have that categorized where you know exactly where it's at.
Alphabetized.
Yes,
This is next week.
long legs. Yes, she told me I have to watch it in my studio here. I decided to put it on, watched it, rewatched half of it again before this podcast. So I've watched it one and a half times.
This dingus didn't know who was Longlegs too. I had to tell him
And we
who
will
was
reveal that
that.
next week, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, guess what? Like I said, we're going to wrap this one up. LYP, baby, LYP. This is Joel Wilson, the digital guru, and I will see you on the other side.